Welcome to MSUA's Game Changers Live, where we speak with satellite and mobile connectivity thought leaders about industry trends, new technologies, and talk about what is coming in the future. I am your host, Lisa Dreher, and I'm really excited to introduce our guest for today, Despina Panayiotou Theodosiou. She is the co-chief executive officer at Tototheo. Welcome to the show, Despina.
Hi, Lisa. It's so good to be here and excited about our talk today.
Absolutely. Maybe you can start by giving just a little bit of background on yourself and Tototheo.
Of course. So I have been in the maritime SATCOMs industry for about 18 years. I'm based in Limassol, Cyprus. So it's 7:30 in the evening here. I have held various positions within the Tototheo group of companies, from operations to finance to business development. And as you said, I'm presently the co-CEO of the group, and I oversee the commercial and finance side of the business. And Tototheo, it's very interesting because it was established at a time when communication services at sea were still in their very early stages, so in the late 70s. And now it has developed into a group of companies. As I said, our headquarters are in Cyprus, but we have offices in Greece and in Germany, and we have partners around the world. And throughout the years, our focus has shifted towards delivering reliable and innovative technological solutions for maritime, both at sea and on land. And this includes, satellite communications, digitalization, navigation systems, bridge systems. So we place a great importance on continuous innovation and having long-standing cooperation with, prominent satellite operators. And we believe that in this way we can help our clients. We believe that connectivity is the future of maritime technology, and this is what we consistently foster as part of our business strategy.
Excellent. So maybe you can give us an update on your company's offerings. What are some of the latest things that you're bringing to market to support that maritime market?
Well, certainly. So we, as I mentioned, we specialize in providing connectivity, data, and security, primarily for commercial ships, but we do also cater to various other types of vessels. So our customers are the owners and managers of some of the most modern and technologically advanced vessels. However, there are varying levels of technology acceptance among our customers, and that accurately reflects the broader maritime industry landscape, where there are diverse levels of technology adoption. There is a growing awareness among ship owners that the absence of connectivity not only complicates reporting and regulatory compliance, but it also now creates unease among shippers. And it additionally puts them at a disadvantage compared to competitors who leverage connectivity for managing key operating costs, such as fuel consumption, something that's very important for the maritime industry. So we are committed to providing our customers with an extensive range of connectivity, digital and technical services that are really thought through. We are not your average player in the world of maritime SATCOMs. And we have to say, especially in the last few years, it has changed a lot and it has evolved a lot, the space of maritime SATCOMs. So we go beyond supporting ship operators. We actively oversee the full range of connectivity options, and we ensure continuous data flow. We enable smooth communication when it's required the most, from the complex process of choosing the most reliable solution to guaranteeing continued security. This ever-changing environment and the commitment that we have made to our company as well, but to our partners, is to stay ahead of the game. And believe me, Lisa, we've seen a lot of change, especially in the last couple of years.
Indeed. Oh my gosh. So I think that leads into, what are some of those the key trends that are happening in the mobile connectivity market that are influencing your strategy as a company?
Okay, when we determine our strategy, we need to examine critical trends not only in the SATCOM sector, but also in the maritime sector. For example, our customers must simultaneously meet strict safety and environmental standards and transport commodities effectively. Among some of these regulatory issues that they have, and it's very notable, especially in the last few years, is the gathering and use of emissions data. So we are proactively incorporating fuel economy into operational frameworks as the sector sets out, I would say, on this journey to lessen its reliance on hydrocarbon fuels. And this generally represents not only just a dedication to streamlining current operations, but it needs also a forward-looking turn toward alternative fuel. And above all, these initiatives depend critically on efficient data while adhering to the changing industry standards. And satellite connectivity has largely driven the digitalization of shipping. What I can say is that the one-size-fits-all approach no longer satisfies the demand for broadband connectivity on board. And LEOs are one tool for meeting this demand, but they will definitely not be the only one. Security is also an issue. Shipping companies have embraced the digital offerings so much that they are aware of the need for greater investment in security, and we now have global codes on cybersecurity from the International Maritime Organization. Shipping companies need to be reassured that satellite connectivity is not only safe, but they need to ensure that it will remain safe. And of course, another point for companies bringing mobile connectivity into shipping is that the global fleet is growing and all ships are being scrapped. So new ships need and have increased sophistication, increased connectivity to enhance performance, and therefore they have more broadband requirements. So this is a little bit strange what I'm going to say. There is an unknown number of large ships at sea. Some say 60,000, some say 100,000. So that's quite a range. But the fact is that the number is going up, as is the sophistication and demand for the ships and their cargoes to be plugged into the global supply chain. So what we see is that there's a growing appetite for satellite connectivity, but it will not be a straightforward seller's market.
Right, right. Oh my gosh. So you've piqued my interest, and I'm curious if autonomous ships, is that something that is being talked about as well? Obviously connectivity is crucial for that sort of thing. Are you seeing that at all?
Much more so these days. In the beginning, there was a lot of pushback because there was a confusion in the maritime domain what autonomous means and what unmanned means. Now we don't have that confusion anymore because we are talking a lot more about technology. So we're seeing greater autonomy in the industry. We see an appetite and many requirements about remote monitoring, remote diagnostics, remote surveys on board, even virtual reality solutions on board. So indeed, there's a lot of interest when it comes to that.
Wow, exciting. That is really amazing. What are so I think in the opening you talked a little bit about places where Tototheo has offices. What geographies are you working in, and what are some of the primary use cases that you're supporting? Obviously, you talked about commercial shipping and some of the other things. Are there other use cases that you're supporting? And again, kind of where in the world are you providing these services?
So given that shipping is a global industry, we have carefully created our services in such a way in order to meet the wide range of geographic challenges that our clients face. Our services are therefore made to satisfy the industry's worldwide expectations. And we provide a solid framework that covers a range of major use cases. So we try to be flexible and demanding and responsive to the demands and the diverse demands of the maritime industry, whether they are used to optimize fleet efficiency or to facilitate effective communication between ships and onshore facilities. I mentioned before remote monitoring and diagnostics. Satellite connectivity enables these type of solutions and services, and they enable monitoring of ship systems and equipment. So this is particularly valuable for fleet management, and it allows companies to monitor the status and performance of multiple vessels from a central location. Another important use case, I would say, it's more on the environmental compliance. We can facilitate the monitoring of emissions, pollution, and other environmental parameters. And of course, satellite connectivity is also essential for the welfare of the crew. It allows seafarers to stay in touch with their families, access entertainment, even study when they're on board. Even though we had a previous discussion about studying on board, it's very difficult, of course, because they need to work as well.
Sure.
But this connectivity contributes to improved morale and well-being during long journeys.
Yes, absolutely. What role are partnerships playing in your business today?
A very important one. So at Tototheo Maritime, we're all about teaming up, because let's face it, no organization has a monopoly on industry insights and solutions. So our industry is really an intricate web of different sectors. It's not just one industry. So it's different sectors with different requirements. And that's where alliances can be very effective and an essential means of advancement. So by having partnerships, we can connect to specialist organizations or companies, whether we're looking for technical solutions, software developments, or to remain up to date on, I don't know, changing regulations. That's an important issue as well. So generally speaking, I would say I'm hearing more and more about collaboration. That's not something that we discussed so broadly 10 years ago in the industry. Today, we hear about it more and more. And I think it's very important to have collaboration among different stakeholders. And this collaboration can significantly impact the efficiency of a company or an industry. You know, we can collaborate on sharing best practices, on developing common standards and protocols, on innovation and research, on training, even on policy advocacy and regulation. So I think the way forward now for companies is to collaborate where it makes sense for them.
Absolutely. That's great. What are some of the less common or most challenging mobile SATCOM solutions that you've worked on recently?
So in maritime SATCOMs, every day is different. Every day presents unique challenges, and we regularly engage with demanding cases, I would say. So this is where the significance of companies like ours becomes apparent, as we have expertise in both satellite communications and the maritime industry. So one such important challenge or case is emergency communications. For example, in case of accidents, medical issues, or security threats, that is where satellite communications ensure that vessels can quickly and reliably communicate distress signals, request assistance, receive critical information from the authorities or their companies. And to give you an example on that, real-time assistance for telemedicine. The connection solutions enable quick and safe communication between medical personnel on land and ships at sea. And this guarantees prompt medical consultations, which improves safety and healthcare on board. Another example, Lisa, is security. Satellite communication is critical for implementing security measures, anti-piracy efforts, and real-time tracking of vessels. We have had to support vessels facing imminent threats and attacks by pirates in real time.
Oh
And
my
that
gosh.
is undoubtedly a very challenging scenario, primarily on the human level rather than the technical. And our team also takes into account, you asked about it, the particular difficulties presented by autonomous vessels. So
Right.
as the sector progresses toward greater autonomy, effective and reliable communication becomes critical for real-time control, monitoring, and data transfer. And we are proactive in developing solutions designed to handle the complex data change needed for the operation of autonomous vessels. So these examples show, our commitment to addressing not only routine communication needs, but also the nuanced challenges that arise.
Right, right. We obviously, as the Mobile Satellite Users Association, we represent users within the industry. What are some of the coming technologies and solutions that the user community really needs to be aware of or start researching?
Well, what we see a lot and we discuss with our customers is the orchestration of networks.
Mhm.
That's a significant aspect for us. It involves going beyond just having hybrid systems on board, managing and coordinating and managing diverse network resources and components to work seamlessly together. This is especially relevant in complex environments like on a ship, where the trend is to have different types of networks, satellite, terrestrial, sometimes other specialized networks. So these networks need to be orchestrated to guarantee efficient and reliable communication. There is a pressing need to identify and allocate the right channels for the right services and to proactively handle the demand for data. So effective orchestration of multiple networks on board ships requires a holistic approach, taking into account the specific challenges of maritime environments. And it involves a combination of advanced technologies, intelligent algorithms, and cybersecurity measures to deliver connectivity that is both reliable and secure for our customers.
Wow, yeah, amazing. So I'd like to end with one last question. And as you may know, this is actually the MSUA's 32nd year of being an organization. And actually, we were founded as part of maritime safety, interestingly enough, over 30 years ago. Obviously, things have changed a lot in the last 30 years. And we're imagining that they will continue to change a lot over the next 30 years. So if you could make one prediction about kind of the next 30 years, what would that be?
Okay, that's an interesting one, because things change so much that, if you ask the same question a few years ago, we could predict some things. Things were not changing that quickly.
Yes.
What we definitely anticipate is an era of, creativity and revolutionary breakthroughs as we enter the next stage of satellite technology progression. I think within the next 30 years, we anticipate an intelligent, networked satellite environment that combines well with cutting-edge technology like quantum computing, 6G, and artificial intelligence. And small satellite constellations are expected to multiply, and they are to improve connection and coverage around the world. The satellite sector is expected to be essential in tackling urgent global issues such as disaster relief, climate monitoring, providing ubiquitous fast internet access around the world. And this could result in pervasive connectivity, even in remote and underserved regions. And I think sustainability will also be a key factor, with a focus on environmentally friendly satellite launch, production, and disposal procedures. And I expect that the satellite sector will play a key role in the effort to create a future that is both technologically and environmentally more advanced. In essence, what we will see over the next 30 years or so is a satellite sector that not only responds to the increasing need of connection, but also leads with novel ways that will transform our understanding of and the use of space-based technology.
Oh my gosh, what an inspiring thought for the future. I love it. I am inspired. So thank you so much,
Thank you.
Despina, for making time to be here tonight. We really appreciate it so much.
It was such a pleasure, Lisa, and I cannot wait to see you in the States very soon.
Me too, me too. So, I do also want to take a moment to thank the Mobile Satellite Users Association for hosting these sessions to learn more about the MSUA and, most importantly, our awards program. That the nominations deadline is tomorrow, Friday, January 26th. So be sure that if you have an amazing satellite mobile connectivity solution, that you are making nominations. You can learn more at msua.org. And we'll see you next time on MSUA's Game Changers Live.